This is Jeff with Shout Out Minnesota, and we are here with
Kane Hodder.
We are here at CRYPTICON Minneapolis 2015. You get a chance to meet some of the fans over the weekend. So far, how's it been going?
Great. You know, fans here are very knowledgeable and fun, and of course I've been choking a lot of them and taking a lot of fun pictures. It's just kind of my trademark move is to choke people, so Minnesotans love that.
They do. I had a chance to listen in a little bit on the Q&A yesterday, which was pretty interesting. Some of the things that were brought up are your favorite kill and all that stuff like that. You want to talk about that a little bit and some of the stuff?
Within some research, we have come to the conclusion that I have murdered more people on film than any actor in history. Which is kind of a big deal if you think about the history of film. Nobody has murdered, and I use that term because I don't count a good guy gunning down 25 bad guys as the same way. This is one at a time murders,
right? And
it's topping 125 or something that I've done. That's a lot of individual killing. So I'm proud of that fact. And favorite kills are the woman whose head I tore apart in the first Hatchet movie. That's my #1 kill. Favorite Jason kill, which is #2 overall, is the sleeping bag kill, and then we get the frozen head and punching the guy's head off. And, you know, so there's a lot of creative killing that I've done, and some of it I've come up with. Most of it has been scripted.
Yeah, and I know you said you've brought some of the ideas to the table too on some of the stuff. I know you were talking about with the worms. That was pretty interesting. I did not know that. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, it's just whenever I play a character, I like to put whatever I can into the character. Take it as written and then add to it, and maybe add to individual shots that the character is involved in. The worms thing was in a movie called Prison, which I did with Tiny Lister, by the way.
Yep.
I played a corpse, a dead zombie-type corpse at the end of the movie that had been dead for 25 years, buried in the ground. So I had worms all over me, and I thought it'd be a good idea to have them coming out of my mouth as I screamed. And you know, people that would be instrumental in my career later were impressed by that creativity and dedication to the character, so it helped me get the Jason part for sure.
Okay. I've noticed you've been pretty popular. The line is always pretty long in front of your table. They want to meet you and you know, introduce themselves and tell their experiences with your character as well. What would you say to the fans that have not had a chance to meet you yet, if you were to describe yourself?
Well, I mean, I like to think I'm a friendly, nice guy, and from my experience, some of the actors that play the most terrible type characters in film are the ones that are the nice ones. And then on the flip side of that, the actors that aren't very friendly to fans very often are the ones that you love to laugh at in comedies. So it's kind of an ironic thing.
What kind of preparations do you do to prepare for that type of a role?
I don't overthink some of the characterizations that I bring to a certain character. I kind of like to almost ad-lib some of the movements and some of the things I do in the kills or in the violence or even the scenes preceding the violence. I don't like to go into it too rehearsed, because then I think sometimes it can come off that way. So if I go into a shot not knowing exactly what I'm going to do myself, as long as it doesn't compromise the other actor's performance, then there's no way it can look rehearsed, and it'll look more natural and to me very often more scary.
Okay. Any projects you're working on now?
I got all kinds of films coming out. just finished one in London called Shed of the Dead. The big thing the big announcement that was made is that we are doing a Friday the 13th video game, and I am doing the motion capture for Jason within the game. So Jason will move like I always did in the movies, which fans always say they liked. So that'll be fun. Tom Savini's involved. Harry Manfredini is doing the music, and Sean Cunningham is involved as well. So it's a pretty good team from the movies, and then you have a team of geniuses that are doing the gaming animation and creativity of it, so it's going to be a great game.
Great, great. Well, I thank you so much for your time. Social media, you're on social media. How can they get a hold of you, fans get a hold of you? Twitter, Facebook, any of that stuff? Or website?
I have a Facebook. I've never been on it.
Okay.
You know, there's my Twitter is Kane Hodder 1.
Okay.
Very creative, I know.
All right.
And, you know, just watch your backs.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.